It doesn't take a full-blown emergency to mean that your body is asking for help. Maybe it's the headache you dismissed, the short temper, the way your kid melted in the heat, and so did you. Today, we're talking about heat exhaustion, not just in the physical sense, but the mental, emotional, and energetic kind, and how to turn in on the board, on the beach, or at the kitchen table can help us stop pushing through and starting to prepare with love.
Welcome to Paddle Forward, Navigating Life's Currents, the unfiltered space where real life meets radical self-trust. I'm Anacani Walters, mama, SUP instructor, yoga teacher, burnout survivor, and nurse-turned-entrepreneur. Here we talk about it all: motherhood and identity, body image and self-love, fear and healing, business and burnout, holistic wellness, and the beauty of starting over. This is where I bring all of me and invite you to do the same. So grab your metaphorical paddle, take a deep breath, and let's paddle forward together.
Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to another beautiful episode. I hope you're doing fantastic wherever you are listening from. So I want to tell you about a day that would have gone south really fast. And it was a splash pad at the Okinawa Zoo. They had just reopened it and I knew about it, and it was going to be a hot day that I was going to have my son with me all day. So I was like, yep, that's where we're going to go. And I've been there before and remembered that relentless sun, tired toddler. I call them either the terrific twos or the awesome three meltdowns. But this time I was like, nope, I am coming ready. Again, swim diaper, water shoes, protein packed bento box with rice and potatoes and chicken and extra ice in our water bottle. And most importantly, a plan for what we do when the energy crash, because it always does. And it got me thinking how often we treat our body like a toddler that we forgot to pack for. We tend to push, we overheat, we crash, and it's just like this beautiful recipe for disaster. And I want to make sure that we talk about signs that you might be ignoring that are super important. So heat exhaustion doesn't always look dramatic. And this is just like Nurse Anacani talking to you. Sometimes it's feeling irritated and dizzy before you realize you're dehydrated, snapping at your kids and calling it just a long day, headaches that show up when you haven't eaten since breakfast, or that bone deep fatigue that you chalked up to just being a mom. Like I'm air quoting right now. And so on the paddleboard, we train for this. We build in hydration breaks. We cool off in the water. We read the signs of the sun stress before they start to really affect us. Because if you're paddleboarding, you're out in the middle of the water and you let heat exhaustion get you, well, my friends, you could drown. Like you could literally die, not from heat exhaustion, but from like the other things that could happen because now you're put yourself in a really bad position. And so what if we treated our daily lives like a SUP lesson with built-in pauses for care? And the ocean doesn't apologize for the heat. Like that's like the big Mel Robbins truth of it. The ocean warms with the sun, and so do we. And our systems shift, our needs increase. And I want this to be your loving reminder from your BFF Anacani that you are not a robot. You are a body of water, and just like your toddler at a splash pad, you need the kind of grace that includes snacks, shades, and breaks, especially in the summertime. And this is why I created both my in-person SUP lessons and my SUP Confidence Booster Guide, because you don't need to wait until you're overwhelmed, overheated, or over it to start practicing safety, breath, and strength on and off the water. And if your summer season has you more in parenting mode, I don't want you to forget that you can also join my Thriving Moms Over 30 Facebook group. You can grab the Staying Sane as a Busy Parent Guide. I also have 100 Days of Summer with a bunch of guides on how to be the best prepared for if you're here in a tropical space like we are here in Okinawa, Japan at the time of this recording. It's humid, we're in rainy season, we have typhoon seasons, and it is a hot and humid summers for us. And it's filled with these small shifts that really can help make the difference in how we care for ourselves in the heat of the day, whether it's daily life or just summer life, and then how that can benefit our families because we're better prepared to show up for them. So let's do a quick body check-in together. I want you to pause for a second wherever you're listening from this, as long as it's safe, and ask, when did I last drink water with intention? A lot of us do not drink enough water, and you're supposed to increase how much water you should be taking or consuming in the summer because we sweat more and we release more. Have I eaten something with real energy today? I've been there. I'm an entrepreneur, a mompreneur, and I've gone plenty of times where I skip meals, and it is not pretty. Is there a break, big or small, that I can build into the rest of my day? Even if it's 2 minutes in the car with deep breaths, the AC on your face, that, my friend, counts. So, if this episode gave you something to think about, please share it with a friend, a fellow mama, a fellow parent, or a person you know who never gives themselves permission to slow down. And then if it works out or you need it, please feel free to grab my Self-Confidence Guide for Beginners, join my Thriving Moms Over 30 Facebook group, and get that Staying Sane guide, or check out my 100 Days of Summer guides, or send me a message about booking your in-person SUP lesson before I leave Oki. This is my last summer here, and I'd love to paddle with you to really get you out there prepared and feel the amazing transformation that stand-up paddleboarding gives. The ocean doesn't run on hustle. P.S. Your body does not thrive on burnout, and let this season teach you this. Cool down, tune in, paddle smart, because you deserve it. Fall, float, rise. That's what we do here. And until next time, continue to stay you, continue to stay fat and fabulous, and continue to paddle forward. I'll catch you in the next episode.
Thanks for paddling through this episode with me. If today's conversation moves something in you, share it. Tag me at Anacani Walters or at Fat Mermaids, or drop a review to help this ripple reach more hearts. Remember, healing isn't linear. Wellness isn't one size fits all, and you don't have to navigate any of it alone. Keep breathing, keep trusting, and no matter what wave you're riding, keep paddling forward. I'll meet you here next time.